Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so excited to have you with me today. We are going to do a Divine Masculine check-in for the collective and see what's going on with Divine Masculine. Today, after a lot of heat in Australia, it's raining. And so it kind of feels like there's this new, fresh energy in the air, like, you know, rebirth. And so, I don't know, I kind of feel like Divine Masculine was, I don't know, a bit stagnant for a while. And today, you know, that new rebirth energy is kind of coming through. So what we're going to do is see what he is thinking, feeling and doing about the connection, and then we're going to use the sneaky deck and see what he's not telling you right now. Okay, so thinking, feeling, doing, and then what he's not telling you right now. So, aka secrets. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle a little bit more because I don't know, the deck feels a little bit like crazy today. So I'm using Rider-Waite decks. I've got two decks. I've got this bigger deck here, and then I've got my smaller deck, and so they're both Rider-Waite tarot. So if we get double messages, or you know, the same card comes through, then we know that it's going to be significant today. Alrighty, so the first thing is, what is he thinking? Let's see where we go with thinking. Wow. Okay, we'll check the bottom of the deck first for the overall energy. We've got the Queen of Wands here. So I believe, you know, he sees Divine Feminine as the Queen of Wands. So, you know, this is fiery, passionate, intuitive, truthful, sexy energy. You light his fire. He feels as though, you know, when he's with you, that I don't know, you know, this phallic symbol to me stands out. You know, he feels attracted to you. It's like, you know, she's holding the Divine Masculine, his most private part, shall we say. You know, she controls that within him. So her desire for him kind of makes him freeze, right? In a good way though. So then we have another really nice card from the smaller Rider-Waite deck, and that is the energy of the Six of Pentacles. So he's willing to give this connection an equal partnership. He wants it to be balanced. He wants it to be fair, which is really great energy for the bottom of the deck. And you know, I'm feeling this new energy coming in today. So what is he thinking? He's thinking about commitment and traveling towards Divine Feminine. He's, you know, his ideal is to be with her, be committed to her. And in this card, we can see the red robe as well, which, you know, denotes that feeling of stability with the root chakra. He may also be looking into spirituality or some form of religion. The Hierophant card for me also is representative of the Taurus star sign. Then, you know, the Chariot comes along, and, you know, this is a real feeling of traveling to meet someone abroad, or, you know, steering your own course of destiny in the way you want it, in a balanced way. Because in the Chariot card here, we can see the two Sphinx at the bottom, and they're the representation of the duality of yin and yang, or of darkness of light, let's say. And so when you've got both in balance, it allows you to move forward on the trajectory where you want to go to. You know, if you had one pulling you one way and one pulling you the other way, it would be non-balanced. But this, he's thinking of coming in with commitment in a balanced way. Excuse me. He's thinking of moving forward towards divine feminine in a balanced way. He mightn't be taking action on it, but he's thinking about it. So he's also thinking that divine feminine has perhaps become a little ungrounded or a little unstable. And this truth has possibly occurred in the recent past. And if that's not the case, he's thinking how he hopes for her to be truthful and grounded and nurturing with him. So, you know, different divine masculines will, you know, that will be different for each divine masculine. But I do feel that he's thinking that he really wants to know that divine feminine is going to be nurturing, is going to bring stability to him, is going to tell him the truth, because he values those qualities. Okay, so he has finished being stressed out. Like I said, there's fresh new energy coming in, because we have the World card here denoting this feeling of more freedom. Freedom within life in general, and freedom within the connection. This freeing feeling that everything is going to be okay, that the new cycle has begun, the new year has begun, and that things are moving forward in a positive way. And perhaps he's, you know, also if he's religious or spiritual, he may be praying or, you know, connecting with his own higher self, which is really beautiful here. This is a shift of divine masculine, many of them moving closer into their spirituality, into their own knowing, into their understanding of what's important to them, and committing to the twin flame journey in his thoughts right now is something he is very serious about. So that's really great news. So let's have a look now at what he is feeling, because he can think all he likes and he can feel all he likes, but we need to bring these together, because, you know, what someone thinks and what someone feels usually creates the action that they're going to take. So that's why it's important to know the thinking, feeling, and then action space. Because, I mean, you know, for example, I could think, hang on. I think those cards are important. I could think for 10 years that I want to go to Disneyland, and I could feel really excited about that prospect. But if I don't take any action towards that goal, then it's not going to happen. So, you know, thinking is one thing, feeling is another, but then what action is going to happen. And so that's what journey we're on today. Thinking, feeling, action. Because the action is the most important, because that's what's going to be done. Cards are flying out everywhere for this one. Okay, yes, let's see what he's feeling. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have this wanting to work together. Sometimes Three of Pentacles also, you know, can be a spiritual card. So, you know, coming together with the divine feminine and source, God, third energy, whatever that is for the divine masculine in this connection. And then we have the Two of Cups. So he's feeling that, you know, this is a balanced union. And there we have the angel above helping the union. So he's feeling divinely inspired to continue here. Wow. So again, these are the cards that flew out, and these are the ones I'm taking because they are very relevant here. Because the first one again is this Queen of Wands. He's feeling passion towards you. He's feeling like you are the woman that he wants to be with. This can also denote the other woman. So he may, if he does have a karmic connection with someone else, he may feel that he needs to break away from this, because then we have the Devil card, and this is breaking out of toxic cycles or people, places or things that are no longer serving you. So it can also mean that he has an addiction, or even an addiction to the divine feminine in some way. So he might be addicted to her sexually. He might be addicted to her emotionally. He might be addicted to her, you know, following her on social media or something like that. You know, it's this need to do or to follow someone. But I feel like this is ending because we have this Death card, the transformational card. Very strong Scorpio energy here too. For some divine feminines, your divine masculine perhaps is a Scorpio, or a Capricorn, or a fire sign, or Taurus, I mentioned before. But if that's not the case, these can just be energies. So this transformative energy is coming through, and I could feel this today as the rain came here to Australia, because it's been very hot. So it feels like we're bringing in the new today. And then again, we have from the other deck this energy of wanting to commit an equal partnership. The Two of Cups is definitely a twin flame card. If you were looking for confirmation today, here it is. We've had it twice. A beautiful energy, you know, an energy with depth to it. An energy that really means, you know, he feels committed. He's not just thinking commitment, he's feeling commitment, which beckons me to go now to his action space, because like we said before, you can think something and you can feel something, but unless you take action towards this, then, you know, there's no point really. You know, I can dream about Disneyland until I'm 92, but unless I, you know, save up and, you know, get a plane ticket, I'm not going to be going anywhere. So I believe, wow, these cards are crazy today. They're literally just flipping out of my hands because Divine Masculine is so wanting to speak through today. It's beautiful, really beautiful energy. And if you haven't heard from your Divine Masculine for a while, it's because they've been really thinking and feeling all of these things. And they've actually, you know, I get a strong sense of that they're planning to, you know, to work out how they're going to come through and do some of these things. You know, because if we use the Disneyland scenario again, if we wanted to go to Disneyland, we would need to, you know, prep or have a plan of where we're going to stay, you know what day we're going to arrive, you know, maybe organize some tickets or, I don't know, where are we going to have lunch, you know, that kind of thing each day, or what activities are we going to do each day. And so now we're at the action space of Divine Masculine, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful because look at the action he wants to take. He wants to emotionally fulfill Divine Feminine. Emotionally. These are cups. This is love. I don't know that we could have a better reading than this. Like, I've done so many readings where Divine Masculine wants to come in and he's in love with Divine Feminine, but you know, in this reading he's thinking, feeling, and it looks like from what I can see here that he's actually going to do something about it. The Empress here, he sees Divine Feminine as this mothering, nurturing woman who perhaps he even wants to, you know, have a family with. So let's see what his action is. Okay, so first up, he no longer feels left out in the cold. He no longer feels alone in this situation. He feels as if he is in, and he has for quite some time. I can't even believe these cards. This is so cool. He feels as though she is everything. All of the abundance, all of the resources. You know, this is having your cake and eating it too. This is knowing that you can share your life with someone. This is happy home. This is stable financial, and with the Ten of Cups there, emotional fulfillment. You know, the best cards in the deck, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Or, I mean, the Sun isn't here, but I don't think it matters. Then we have the Page of Cups wanting to offer, even though the offer might be small right now, it's still really loving. It might be a little immature. It might come across as not as, you know, big as a knight or a king would make, but it's still here. And look at all those emotions represented in the forms of the ocean there. You know, he's so emotionally invested in his action space, in the action of it. Seeing Divine Feminine as marriage material, working with her to commit to her under God, perhaps. Manifesting. You know, making this come to fruition. Look how beautiful this is with the roses there at the bottom and the lilies and the wand, you know, speaking with God, bringing this through with God's help, with source help, balancing yourself through alchemy, getting the call from the angels, holding on to, wow, the Hierophants here again, the commitment, the real commitment, wanting to bring commitment to this relationship, like really, really, really thinking marriage material, want to have babies, love her to infinity and beyond. So now let's look at the secrets, or what he's not saying right now. you know, because we've got, I'm thinking I want to commit, I'm feeling I want to commit, I'm working out how to take action on commitment. So I don't know, is he going to have many secrets? It seems he's been pretty, I don't know. Okay, right. So the secret deck is acting fairly normally today. Sometimes when there's big secrets, it kind of flips around and carries on a little bit. But okay, we've already got cards coming out. So let's see what he's not telling us. Okay, so if you didn't know, in the recent past, he's been healing. He has had a little bit of worry. He has been a little bit confused and had a bit of anxiety. But this is in regard to his money situation. So he's been trying to work really hard, and also he's been perhaps not telling you that all the hard work that he has been doing in the third, you know, in the third dimension, in the reality, is paying off. You know, he's comfortable. He's bringing in enough money for his Empress, for the love of his life, for the woman he wants to have children with. And oh my god, you can't even make this up. This is so cool. So then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse next to the Four of Wands in reverse. So for me, these are past energies that are coming into the now. This wish fulfillment, which is divine feminine, this pleasure, this happiness, this really beautiful emotion that he's feeling, this wish of a happy home, of the twin flame journey, of the stability, is coming into his emotion. And that's why, I don't know if you can hear, it's raining here, like it's pouring. You know, his emotions are pouring through. Like he is so strong on this. He's tamed himself. He's balanced himself. He's overcome something inside of himself that was holding him back. And we have, I can't even believe this, Ace of Cups now. So he may not have told you that he knows, number one, you are it. You are his Empress. You are his complete wish fulfillment. You are his twin flame. If he doesn't know about twin flames, he thinks you are his destiny, soulmate, perfect love. Then the Ace of Cups shows up, and this is literally a cup overflowing with love, overflowing with emotion. We have so many cups today. So many cups today. And the fact that he knows that you are twin flames, and maybe hasn't even told you, is just amazing. You know, he's been, I reckon, if your divine masculine doesn't know about twin flames, he's kind of worked this out. You know, sometimes divine masculine won't tell you everything that they're going through. You know, men or the male energy, because it's not gender based, don't always say what they're, you know, what they're feeling or thinking. And this is why we do these readings, so we can have a little look. Wow. So these are his messages to you now. The first one is, you are loved. Then he's being very naughty. Say you love them, huh? Meaning him. You love him. Yeah? You are the key, Divine Feminine. Look within. And someone needs you to call. So that could be related to a friend or a loved one who needs to spend some time with you. So this, you know, these messages are from Divine Masculine's higher self. So obviously his higher self can see from that eagle perspective to know what you need to hear most right now. So now I'm going to, as a last message, go into the love messages which come from High Priestess 1111. These cards are beautiful love messages. And I'm going to get 4 messages from these cards. So I'm going to pick 3 and I'm going to let 3 flip out actually. Okay, 1, 2. Wow, okay, so 5 flipped out, and then we'll show you the bottom of the deck. Okay, so obviously these will be not always resonating for each Divine Masculine, but this is a collective and general reading. So let's see what they say. Number 1, bottom of the deck, you are my heaven on earth. Wow. Can you forgive me, please? This one's coming through for the Divine Masculine who may have not communicated recently. Okay, the next one is, sometimes I look at you and wonder how... Oh, hang on. Let me read it and then show you. Sometimes I look at you and wonder how I got to be so damn lucky. Wow. Wow. Please stay in my life. I don't want you to go. I get butterflies every time my eyes lock with yours. Wow. And this is for anyone who's been having issues with their Divine Masculine. Why can't you just tell me what you feel? Because how you act is confusing me. Okay, so as a last message, I'm just going to get 3 cards from Divine Masculine from my sneaky deck. I want him to just tell Divine Feminine what he wants her to know right now, just to give you some hope. You know, if you're in separation, or if, you know, you've been going through a difficult time. I know the energies have been difficult for some people. A lot of purging, a lot of, you know, inner child issues coming up sometimes. And also, I don't know, sometimes for those who aren't on the journey, they may not understand the journey. So this is for just to give Divine Feminine a little pep. Because, yeah, sometimes it's difficult for Divine Feminine. Okay. Sorry, I'm just being guided to shuffle extra. So bear with me a moment. His energy feels just, you know, if you're not empathic and you don't feel energy, I mean, most people will if they're on the twin flame journey to some extent, but the energy feels really beautiful, really calming, really loving, you know, and really genuine. Okay, yes. So Divine Masculine wants to tell you, Divine Feminine, right now that he is working on balancing himself. He's not overthinking the situation anymore. He's not having, you know, this sleepless nights, this anxiety, worrying about the situation. He knows, and has known for quite some time, that he wants to bring you this gift of abundance with him. This I don't know, this is how I want to explain it to you. So, you know, if you went to the zoo, like if you loved animals and you went to the zoo and, you know, pandas were your favorite and you'd never seen one before, and you finally got to the, you know, the section or the enclosure where the panda bears are, and you just see one for the first time and it's tumbling and eating bamboo, and your heart just goes, oh, you know, and bursts open with, you know, from the beautifulness, or I don't think beautifulness is a word, from the beauty of what you've just seen. That's what Divine Masculine through this reading is trying to come through and give to you. That feeling of intense joy, love, abundant energy, flowing energy, moving energy. And he's saying, I am coming towards you. Keep this in your thoughts. Keep this in your knowing. It's the Chariot card again. It's also conquest over difficult odds. It is feeling optimistic about a situation, determination to get to where you need to be, achieving great things, and victory. And then remember, we have those two sphinxes, you know, with that duality energy of the dark and the light, you know, integrating both of them. You know, we do have darkness and light. We do have shadow and light. We do have ups and downs. We do have, you know, things, fears, you know, that we need to break out of. You know, we do, you know, we are living, and just very quickly, we are living in a duality world. And so this means we need to acknowledge that there are two sides of the coin, so to speak. So there is dark and light. There is up and down. There is left and right. There is, you know, happy and sad. There is separation and union with regard to the twin flame journey. So what I want you to do now is to know in your heart that your Divine Masculine loves you. If he's not showing up in the third dimension reality, because we live in a third dimensional reality, stay in your 5D and above consciousness. Meditate, do yoga, have a good balance with your work life and family life. Give yourself love. And as you give yourself that nurturing and that love, you're actually giving it to Divine Masculine, whether you know this or not. So what you do to yourself, you do to another. Okay, so I want you to just think about that again. What you do to yourself, you do to another. Because really, in a spiritual sense, we are all one. And if Divine Masculine is the other half of your soul, what you nurture yourself with, you also nurture him with. So looking after your soul is the most important work you'll ever do in your entire life. This includes looking after the mind and the body and the emotional core of self as well. So I want you to have a little think about that, and I want you to know that if things aren't showing up in your third dimensional reality, and you know, I say this because we live in 3D, we are, you know, in the third dimension. If things aren't showing up the way you want them to yet, it's because there is a time lapse between the reality of what we imagine to be, what we manifest, and then how long it takes to come into the density of the third dimension. So that's a really important understanding, to know that if you kept your vibration high for a period of 3 months, it mightn't show up 4 months later. If you kept your vibration low for a long time and didn't come out of that, you might be seeing some crappy things starting to show up in your physical reality at this present time. So just know that when you stay in that high vibration, everything is coming to you from that space that you once were at, even though time's an illusion. But that's a whole nother topic. So I just want you to know, as a last thought, like attracts like. So staying in a high vibration will attract higher vibrational things to you. Staying in a lower vibration will attract lower vibrational things to you. So the higher you can stay, the more positive you can be, even through times of trouble or struggle. I sometimes say fake it till you make it. So just give yourself the nurturing that you deserve. If you need to take a long bath, take a long bath. If you need to just do a half day's work, if you can get out of the rest, do a half day's work. If you can't be bothered cooking, maybe, have one night where you can get takeaway. If you need to call a friend, call a friend. If you need to, I don't know, watch a movie and have a cry, do that. Follow your joy in every moment so that that joy can come to you in the third dimension reality. Maybe I'll make a topic video about this. All right, so that's what you need to know for right now for your divine masculine. If it didn't resonate with you, it's just not for you at this time, but I'm sure it's going to come in your future. So if you want to like, subscribe, share or comment, I would really appreciate that. And I will be here soon with some more videos. I'm thinking horoscopes soon. Okay, bye everyone. Have a great day. See ya.